Hi guys, it's Minx here. And this is Dave.
Hi.
As you can tell, it's not Minx.
Sorry to disappoint.
Dave, do you like horror?
No, actually, I really don't.
But,
tell me your top 5 horror games anyway.
wow, that's a really exciting thing, and I didn't expect you to ask me that, but it just so happens that I have brought along some things to represent my 5 favourite horror games of all time.
Isn't that convenient? Should we get started?
What a coincidence. Before we start, I'd also like to say you can get a Minx Halloween t-shirt.
Oh, really?
On sale right now.
What's on the Halloween t-shirt?
It's me saying join my cult and looking all spooky.
Oh,
It's only available for a limited time. You can check it out at the link below.
That's some good marketing.
That was just a conversation. That was just a passing conversation.
Just the kind of thing we talk about.
Anyway, to press on.
Mm-hmm.
My top 5 favourite horror games.
Number 5.
Let's start with number 5.
Okay.
Hi. Hi.
What does this lion represent, Minx?
The cat lady. It's a fucking cat.
Ah, very good.
This is the cat lady.
The cat lady. What's the cat lady about, Minx?
It's about a lady who has 9 lives.
Oh, well still doesn't make sense. Why?
She commits suicide and goes to purgatory and makes a deal with death. Well, death, you shouldn't really make a deal with death. Death's really like, you better fucking do what I say, because it'll suck if you don't. And she's like, oh, okay. And death sends her back to Earth with 9 lives, and death has charged her with removing 5 parasites, 5 individuals who deserve to die.
Yeah.
Far more than she does.
Gotcha. Why do you like that so much?
It's just really, really dark and really fucked up. It has a wonderful portrayal of depression.
Oh, how so?
Well, the main character is depressed, that's what she tells herself.
Gotcha.
And the game portrays her battle with it even when she's back on Earth.
Mm-hmm. And
it portrays it in, I would say, the most realistic, down-to-earth, but also optimistic way. The ending I got in particular, for example, she really deals with the depression. She's not cured of it, and she takes every day as it comes.
Yeah.
But she has a very, very optimistic approach to life that perhaps she didn't have before, and she learns to deal with the problems and heal.
Well, that sounds like a really uplifting thing for a horror game.
Yeah, there's some pretty fucked up bits too. Like, one of the parasites is her doctor, and he abducts women and makes them into pieces of living art. There's like
it is.
There's like a Mona Lisa with like real human nipples on it and things like that at one point. And there's like a guy, David Firth, who plays
Salad Fingers.
Salad Fingers, yeah.
He's in it.
Yeah, he plays a male and female character in it. 2 of the parasites who are
terrifying.
They are thoroughly terrifying, unpleasant individuals.
Gotcha. And
they abduct the main character and put her in a sort of like torture sex dungeon thing.
Yeah.
And she dies, but she has 9 lives, so she gets up again. And they're not expecting that.
Yeah.
And she uses that situation to get rid of them.
Gotcha. God, that's intense. What's number 4?
Number 4. Okay, say goodbye, little kitty.
Bye-bye.
Number 4. I don't actually have the game 4, which is a shame. I had to sell it.
Oh, okay.
When I hadn't got any money.
Oh,
I had to sell it to eat. But I have a game in the same series of it. So here we go. This is Silent Hill. What's it say on the disc?
Silent Hill Downpour.
Well, that's a shit one though.
Okay.
We're talking about Silent Hill 2 here. Mm-hmm. The best of the Silent Hills.
Why is Silent Hill 2 the best of the Silent Hills?
It gives you silent thrills.
Magnificent camera work. Why does it give you silent thrills?
It's just a really good game. It's about a dude who gets a letter from his dead wife, and his dead wife is like, yo, why didn't you go to Silent Hill? And he's like, why not? Better find out what happened. But I'm pretty sure I buried you, but no, he goes to Silent Hill to find out what happened.
Not certain I'd follow that.
He does, because there's reasons though. Because reasons.
Well,
because he killed his wife.
Oh, is that a spoiler?
He's sort of following up. That's a pretty major spoiler, yeah.
Jeez, ruined it. You can't put that in.
Yes, I can.
Oh, well, I wouldn't play it, but it probably ruined it for some of your audience, though.
It's absolutely fine, don't worry. It's almost as bad as the bit where Elle dies in Death Note.
Don't put either of those in. Do you want to start this bit again?
No, don't be stupid.
Keep going, alright.
So, Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
This man comes to Silent Hill. The real strength of Silent Hill 2 lies within its supporting cast, I would say, rather than the main cast. James, the main character, is kind of dull in a sort of like homicidal kind of way.
Okay.
And he's
That's not a word you would associate with dull homicidal.
Well, no, he's very bland and almost unfeeling, I feel,
Okay.
in his approach to things. And the other characters have a lot more emotion behind it. There's a girl who was sexually abused by her father, and then killed him, who's endlessly reliving the cycle of torment that she suffered at his hands
God.
in Silent Hill. There's a man who killed a friend of his and found out he loved it, locked in some kind of psychopath sort of like fantasy world in his own mind. And
Okay.
it's there's other characters as well. There's a little girl called Laura, and there's just generally some really fucked up stuff. It's one of the earliest Silent Hills. The early Silent Hill stood to the canon that when you were in Silent Hill, you saw different things depending on what your own fears and memories and stuff like that were. And it kind of was thrown out the window for the later ones because they were like, lol, movie money.
Gotcha.
But,
what do you think you would have seen if you went in Silent Hill then, Minx?
giant moths.
Really?
Fucking hate moths. Insects and things like that in general.
Big
Maybe like a penis with a face facing me.
with moth wings.
With moth wings. A penis with moth wings.
Dude,
And like eyes on his testicles.
you're gonna get some weird things tweeted at you after this video.
I was just like veering off there. This is great camera work.
Good. Should we move on to number 3?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3. Dun.
Condemned.
Condemned.
Which is on PC and Xbox 360. Its subtitle should be Condemned Criminal Origins, not Oranges. Condemned Criminal Oranges. But for some reason it's not there. What price? See the price I got it for?
Yeah, that's good shopping. Well done.
Bargain. Condemned is the closest the film Seven has been to a video game.
Oh, that film was great.
It's about a serial killer who kills other serial killers in the method that they kill people, and the detective who is tracking him down. However, that detective is framed for the serial killer's crimes and is trying to prove his innocence at the same time. So it has a mix of like police detective sequences where you look for DNA and you scan for fingerprints to get clues as to what's going on,
Gotcha.
and like a lot of brutal first-person melee combat against like tramps and gang members and various street thugs as you try and track down serial killer X.
So it's more realism.
Yeah, I would say it wouldn't say it's super realistic. Some of it's probably a bit too contrived to be realistic, and it gets very weird at the end. But
okay.
it's still got the combat. I would say is very gritty and realistic.
Gotcha.
There's one character fight where you knock a person out, then rip piercings out of their spine and things like that, and it's very, very graphic.
It's a bit Mortal Kombat.
One of the end sequences against Serial Killer X involves you running around in a abandoned sort of like colonial sort of farmhouse with the two of you like almost like hunting each other in like a game of sort of cat and mouse back and forth sort of thing. And it's really tense, really scary, and really well done. And it's one of the most underestimated games I feel. Not underestimated. Underrated games. Yeah, it's often overlooked, and it's brilliant. So you should play it. There's also
if
a
you're
sequel.
over 18.
Yeah, there's a sequel called Condemned Bloodshot as well.
Okay, that sounds lovely too.
Much more supernatural, that one. A bit weird. It's like killer dolls and shit like that.
Gotcha.
I'd like to play that sometime actually on my channel. Condemned 2.
That'd be a good one. Killer Dolls sounds like your kind of thing.
I love killer dolls. Anyway.
What's number 2, Minx?
Number 2 is Project 02 or Fatal Frame 2.
Oh, I've heard of Fatal.
But not the shite Wii edition that you're holding in your hand right now. This is shit. This is proper shit.
Why do you own the crap games?
Because I don't know. I had to sell the good ones, and it was like oh, a remake on the Wii with remastered graphics, and I was like, hold on. After everyone, I was like, the Wii has complete shit controls.
Oh right.
Yeah, get the PS2 or Xbox versions if you are looking for this. It's way better. Fatal Frame 2 is what I call it just because more of you know it by that. It is about two girls, two sisters, who find this village in the middle of fuck all nowhere, and one of them gets possessed by the spirit of a girl.
Like you do.
And that girl then tries to reenact... Actually, to be fair, I'm not 100% sure what she's trying to do, but I think she's trying to reenact a ritual that's failed many, many years ago, which resulted in the village being wiped out, basically. The main two characters are Miyu and Mayu, who are twins. Mayu is the one that gets possessed, and the ghost that possesses her gets a little bit touchy-feely, sort of in a twincest kind of creepy sort of like little bit way.
That's not a word you want associated with your game. Oh, I suppose if you want to sell them.
I'd buy it.
Yeah,
if a game was just called Twincest, I'd buy it. Twincest the game. But anyway,
there's something for the developers to keep in mind.
Yeah, for sure. And the girl you see on the front there is Sei. She's the girl Basically, her twin sister and her were meant to be involved in a ritual many, many years ago.
Okay.
And her sister ends up abandoning her, and she's left behind, and the ritual goes horribly wrong, and everyone dies, and she's just like goes completely insane, and her spirit's insane, and you know she's looking to find her sister again. And it just so happens that they look just like her and her sister did, the two girls that come to the village.
What do you like about it, gameplay-wise?
So, in the game, you fight ghosts with a camera called the Camera Obscura. It's
break the lens.
It's pretty. It's like a big, like, fucking, like, paparazzi sort of, like, camera with a boom mic.
That's pretty much what I imagine.
But no, it's a camera that captures ghost souls. So you fight in first person, taking pictures of them.
Did Ico do the same dynamic?
I don't think I've played Ico, but I think it's probably... I've heard it's a bit different, to be fair. So, anyway, you take pictures of ghosts, and the ghosts themselves are very creepy. There's a huge diversity. Each one has their own little story and reason they're there, and like role within the village. There's like a woman who sealed herself in a box when the ritual goes wrong, and she like starves to death inside. And you see her like pull her way out of the box, sort of like this crippled body lurching along the floor towards you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be playing that game.
Yeah, there's various other ghosts that like have come there over the years and didn't necessarily die in the ritual, but met their ends after by the ghost there, and they joined the throng of ghosts that populate the village. And you know, it's pretty fucked up, pretty awesome, and probably one of the single best horror games ever made. And it's better than every other installment in the series. So if you want to play one, play this one.
Gotcha. You're really into the story side of things, then. Like that seems to be where you're focused more so than the like the jump scariness or whatever.
Jump scares are shit. I don't think. To a certain degree, they probably have their place in horrors, but not if they want to be cerebral.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you're a bit of a cerebral one, are you?
Not really.
Oh.
I like to think I am, but I'm not.
What's number one?
Number one! Oh, okay. So, it's totally not scripted, guys, alright? So, my number one is Amnesia, but I forgot to bring the disc with me!
Ah, such a good joke.
We didn't discuss that beforehand, did we?
No, not at all.
Not at any point.
Not because you couldn't find it and we couldn't be bothered to carry on looking.
I don't think I actually ever owned the disc of it anyway.
Oh, right.
So that kind of ruined that whole joke.
Well...
Anyway, Amnesia, without a sense, it's the single greatest horror game ever made.
Why is it the single greatest horror game ever made?
It's got an amazing story, it's got an amazing atmosphere, it's got the correct balance between chases and fear mixed with an exploration and atmosphere. I feel that atmosphere mixed with monsters doesn't often work, because the atmosphere and the exploration elements of a horror game can be destroyed if you're constantly running. Like, for example, in Outlast, you're constantly on the move. Constantly. Bam, bam, bam. Dick. Balls. And...
I can see why you'd be terrified of that.
And,
especially if they had moth wings.
And basically, you know, like, I feel that Soma, which is by Frictional as well, almost did, like, not the opposite, but again, that was, like, very much like, oh, here's a big area to explore. By the way, if you want to explore any of it, you're going to die horribly again and again, to the point it's irritating as fuck. And it's just irritating.
That's not scary anymore.
It becomes exactly. It just becomes trivial. I feel that in Amnesia, the enemies conjure a good amount of fear, but if they do hunt you down and if they do remove you, they are then removed from the equation at least for a while. Okay. So then you can continue exploring. And some people might say that removes the threat, but I still wanted to avoid them, and I still did my best to be absorbed in the game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do want brief moments where I can look around, take in the story, take in the atmosphere, listen, read, that kind of thing. Especially if the game has those. If Soma didn't have anything to read, that wouldn't be a problem. But it has a shit ton of stuff that I didn't read because there was something breathing down my neck. Audio logs, press the audio log, monster works on sound, you're fucked.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And it's just a little bit... I felt that I've got a bone to pick with Soma, really, considering how mediocre I felt it was in comparison to Amnesia. Amnesia has a better plot, better scares. It's about a guy called Daniel. Is his name Daniel? I think it's Daniel. Who wakes up in a mansion, doesn't know why he's there, and gradually pieces together everything that's happened to him. And it's about his strange relationship with a man called Alexander and this weird device called the Orb that they find. It's very Lovecraftian. It has some superb build-up. Nothing happens really for the first hour and a half, and then gradually you build up into things, and it's just amazing. There's no game quite like Amnesia, and I seriously am beginning to wonder if there's any game that will ever be like it ever again.
Well, that's a sad ending.
Yeah, I know it's sad, but every game that I think will be as good or better doesn't deliver. So,
why do you think? Is it the scariest game?
Yes.
Okay.
Not in a jump scary way. There are jump scares in it,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't say. I say it's more like a subtle,
just the atmosphere that's
brooding
tense.
darkness
Gotcha.
that spreads and cloys at your very soul.
Alright.
Sorry.
Just watching.
Happy Halloween, guys! Thanks for watching.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.